Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Tuesday, and we're going to open up a 2022 Donruss Racing Fat Pack. But before we do that, if you noticed on the last few videos, I don't know if you guys could tell or not, my wife and I, a few of you know, my wife and I went out of town for a few days, went to my nephew's wedding up in Minnesota, so we were going to be gone for a few days, so I filmed basically everything Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the first two videos of yesterday were all done on Thursday evening, because I wanted to make sure the content was dropped. I didn't know any race results, obviously, a couple days before every race, but got to watch and or listen to most of the races this weekend. Sounded like there's some pretty good stuff. Seen a lot of the activity on social media talking about how much of a crash fest the Xfinity Series race was. I'm going to disagree with all that, even though they had 11 cautions. If you think about this, 11 cautions, two of them are planned, so that takes you down to 9 cautions. You have a few single car spins, so you had 5 cautions for crashes. And I never seen a crash that had more than 3 or 4 cars in it. To me, a crash fest race is when drivers that normally finish 28th to 36th make up most of your top 10. That was not the case, so but I digress. Just seen a lot of people on social media talking about what a crash fest it was. Then when you do get a race where there's only one or two, stage break cautions, then they're like, "Oh, what a boring race! Nobody crashed." So it's like, oh, these fans, you just can't win these days. But I thought it was a pretty entertaining race. I thought all three races seemed to be pretty entertaining. Like I said, I was actually had my wife put on her phone when we were driving back. She put the race on YouTube TV, so we just had it listen, and she was watching, I was listening while we were driving back, and sounded pretty entertaining. But let's go ahead and get ripping. We're 2 minutes in. We haven't seen a single card. We haven't even done these zoom and scroll yet. We'll do that as best we can to allow our new viewers. We're starting to get a few new subs, so appreciate you folks joining in. And I'll get caught up somewhat on the comments soon. I've been trying to get a few of those each day when I can. Getting a little bit backlogged, but that's a good thing. I'd rather have more comments than no comments. So we're going to start off with Tony Breidinger. And we were about an hour away from the ARCA race, to be truthful, from where we were staying. It was about an hour away. The ARCA race was in Elko, Minnesota. We were staying in a little town called Rogers, which is about 52 minutes away according to Google Maps. But Google Maps lied about a lot of stuff. So Tony Breidinger had a pretty decent run there, I guess. Frankie Muniz had a pretty hard hit. Haven't seen it yet, but I've seen stills. So I have to go back and review that. Tony Stewart, 3-time Cup champ. There's our Dillon. We couldn't go a day without a Dillon, could we? Ty Dillon. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Bubba Wallace coming up on the 1-year anniversary of his win at Kansas. I believe that was, in October last year, September, somewhere thereabouts. Jeffrey Earnhardt, who's just having a rough time at Alpha Prime. Alex Bowman. He's kind of been in and out and in and out. He's playing hokey pokey with that bubble spot on that for the playoffs. MTJ's locked himself in with 2 wins. Sammy Smith should be in the Xfinity Series playoffs this year with his win at Phoenix. Denny Hamlin, now we're to our 81 baseball throwbacks. Thad Moffitt, who's been doing some road racing this year. So we complete the Dillon duo with Austin Dillon. DW, Race Kings. Matty D. Michael McDowell, former Daytona 500 winner. Bobby Labonte, 2000 Cup champion, 91 Busch Series champion. Chase Elliott, who's also a Busch an Xfinity and Cup Series champ. Daniel Hemrick, the 2021 Xfinity Series champion. We have a gray border of Tyler Reddick. We get to our Carolina Blues, Mason Massey. Zachary Tinkle, who's been doing good in ARCA East, has a few top 10s there. Sam Mayer, who had a birthday yesterday, and Dale Earnhardt Jr., former 2-time Xfinity Series champ. And a nice silver optic of Willie B. Not well centered, better centered than a lot. Oh, and there we go. Our Carolina Blue Wave optic, Richard Petty. So unless we get something spectacular for our checkerboard, I think I know what card of the day is. So we got Under the Lights Kyle Busch, Jeff Gordon Action Packed, Mark Martin Elite Series, Jeff Gordon Victory Lap, and who's our checkerboard going to be of? It's going to be a Victory Laps of Denny Hamlin. Oh, goodness. So, hands down, Mr. Petty, you are card of the day. Our Optic Blue White, and look at that. That's horribly off-centered, too. Panini, got to get with it, folks. But still, nice Carolina Blue Wave Optic, Richard Petty. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video today. We will be back at noonish for Fast Packs. Another pack of 1993 tracks, just to see what we get. Nothing spectacular, but always a fun run down memory lane. So as always, thanks again for watching, and we will see you later.